Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the December 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out the sun, moon, and your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get into it. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for December. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But let's go ahead and get into it here, Capricorn. So column number 1 again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So we have the summary affirmation card of friction. So this card has 2 different meanings, 2 pretty different meanings. One of the meanings is like when there are things moving, there's friction, there's heat, so this is an indicator of movement. The other meaning is like friction in terms of conflict. I think this is more pertaining to like movement and progress, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what we're working with here. Okay, so first up we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a card of being solid, practical, wise. This is also a wise investment card here, Capricorn. So I feel like this looks really good in terms of this is a wise investment card, so being really solid, practical, wise. But in terms of investment, this is like a good investment of your time, your money, your energy, whatever that may have been, Capricorn. So really good investment card. Again, I think this is pertaining to that motion, that moving forward, that heat there. The next card we have is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. Anytime we have 2 of something on a card, though, this could be a decision. Of course, the decision to make the investment. The investment could have been a loved one or relationship driven, though, just given this card. Same thing with the next card. We have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very domestic card, so another relationship card. This is also about being resourceful. So again, putting your resources in the right place, your time, your money, your energy. So all in all, nice investment, whether it was love related or not, Capricorn here, but things look really good. Let's take a look at our next column, which is, take a look at our clarifiers here. First up, we have the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands here, this is about getting something across the finish line. Capricorn, getting something done, likely getting that investment done here. This is also a card of family, friends, love, so some more love energy sprinkled in there for you. Up next, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of being very strategic. It's very long-term. It's very well planned. So I like where this investment has positioned you long-term. And at the bottom here, we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card that's always favorable for you, so that's great to see. Again, this is really nice, sound, meaningful investment here for you, Capricorn. The Justice card, though, is also like cause and effect. So because you put in whatever resource, we should get the expected outcome, which is good. So that cause and effect type energy. The Justice card can really be good for contracts, things of the court, legal matters as well. So again, favorable outcomes for you there. Okay, let's take a look now at our next column, which has anything to do with December, any big messages coming through there. We have a summary affirmation card here of repetition. So Capricorn, with this one, there is a more similar meaning than we just saw with friction, but it's like we need to figure out, is there a habit that's not serving us very well, or is this a habit that we should continue? Or perhaps there's some sort of new repetition, some sort of new routine that we need to pick up and start working with. So let's take a look now at just what's coming for December and see what messages we have here. Okay, The first card we have is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. There's something I feel like maybe that we should be doing differently here, Capricorn. This is kind of a card of being held back or holding ourselves back. We've kind of isolated ourselves. We've limited ourselves potentially here. So I do think this is more of a call for change in a routine that we're doing. The next card that we have is the Two of Wands. Again, anytime we have two of something on a card, it can indicate a decision. So I feel like we do need to make a decision to change here. This is also a card of planning. So how do we put together a plan of what needs to be done, Capricorn? And then we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. So I feel like this is the new habit or the change that we have coming for us. This is also a card of clarity though. So this is knowing the why we should make this change to our routine. Let's take a look though and see what other information I can give you here, Capricorn. First we have the Eight of Swords on top of the Eight of Swords. So when we see this card, like when we see the same card on top of each other, this is like the universe saying, I said what I meant. So definitely something we want to change or something new we want to begin. Again, we're kind of limited in this position. There's something that we're being held back from. So this routine that we currently have or don't have is limiting us in some way, shape, or form. So we need to figure out what that is and change accordingly here, Capricorn. The next card we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is a card of a necessary transition. You see the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction. So yeah, this is a change we need to make. I see you making the decision. This is validating. This is something we need to change up if we want to, again, progress forward. We're kind of in that stagnant, limited position at this point. At the bottom we have the Devil card. The Devil card's a card of overdoing. This can be greed, envy, materialism, obsession, some sort of overdoing. So I would likely say that this is the thing that needs to change. It might not fall directly under any of those words because I know those are kind of sharp words, but it's like there's something we're overdoing. We need to change that up so we can set ourselves free and make the progress we want to be making here, Capricorn. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So quick money message for you, affirmation. I allow my money to work for me. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Capricorn. This looks really, really nice going into the end of the year. First up, we have the Ten of Pentacles, or excuse me, the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a card. This is one of my favorite cards in my entire deck. Actually, if you've watched my readings before, you've probably heard me say that kind of like a broken record there, Capricorn. We have a nice happy couple here, kids playing. There's a house in the background. We have this nice full rainbow of cups. This is like a card of total love, support, contentment, happiness. This is having all things good. So I love to see this. Again, I feel like we're positioned really well. And more so, I feel like we're coming up on a change that's going to put us where we want to be here, Capricorn. Also, if you're trying to buy a house, this is a good one for you with that house in the background or anything really related to housing. But looking at our next card, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is Knight in Shining Armor, Prince or Prince Charming. Prince or Princess Charming. This is like the ideal, the epitome, everything that we want. So we have the Ten of Cups, which is everything perfect. We have the Knight of Cups saying this is everything we want. And then if you look at our bottom card here, we have the Fool card, which is a card of new beginnings. So again, I feel like we're approaching this new beginning here, Capricorn, and it's the ideal, it's the perfect, it's everything that we want. It's going to bring a ton of contentment. So I really love to see this. Whatever this new opportunity is, you definitely have to go for it, go all in on it, because it looks so, so good here. Taking a look at our clarifiers for this column. First up, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of multitasking. It's a card of weighing your options. So you do need to weigh your options available to you, but I can't imagine we would decide to do anything other than go after this opportunity. One thing I will say is I feel like we may have to like do two things at once. So let's say for the example of buying the house, it's like, well, maybe you have a lease currently, so we still have to work through that lease before we can buy the house. So you might have a lease and a house payment just for a short period of time together. Something of that sort there, Capricorn. I feel like you're juggling, you're doing kind of all things at once. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of being very long-term, very strategic. This is really well positioned. This can also be like inheritance or lump sum of money here, Capricorn. So a big money month, a big opportunity month. I would definitely say whatever this new beginning is comes with significant money as well. Taking a look now at our last clarifier here, we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card. This can be like some stress, a little bit overwhelmed, having lots of burdens. I'm not surprised to see this only because, again, we're juggling like the old and the new at the same time. The nice thing is this is really short-lived, and again, this opportunity on the other side is so much greater than anything we have right now, so I couldn't imagine you not going for it. But it can be a little overwhelming potentially going into the end of the year. So just keep an eye on that, be aware, and make sure you take care of yourself and prioritize, get rest, take care of yourself. A big one there. Okay, moving on to our next column now, Capricorn. Let's talk about anything related to love. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here. Capricorn. First up, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card, very long term. We talked about this earlier. Very strategic, very long term, very planned here. So I like to see this. I feel like we're in it for the long haul. This is also very much so a card of respect. So I feel like there's a lot of respect here. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card that's always favorable for you, similar to Justice. This is a card of finding out information, so I feel like you could be finding out something, but again, this is favorable to you. This is also about being like on your life's path and on your life's purpose. So again, I like this and then the pairing of the Emperor because it's very strategic, very long term. So those two together look nice. And at the bottom here, we have the Sun card. The Sun card is a card of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. Undoubtedly, I would say that the Sun card is the best card in the entire tarot deck. It's hard to deny that. So love looks really good. Again, this is respectful. It's long term. We're feeling like we're on our life's path. There's a lot of joy and happiness here. So probably my best love column in a long time here, Capricorn. So it's really nice to see. Taking a look at our clarifiers now, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very healing, very nurturing, very supportive. Again, this relationship seems to be sound in all ways. We have a nice support system here, very long-term, very respectful, possesses a lot of those good traits. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of putting in hard work, but then reaping the benefit of that hard work. So it's like, if you put in the time, if you put in the energy, that will pay off for you. The other person's also like putting in that time and that energy. I feel like it's invested on both sides. And at the bottom here, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of a couple different meanings, but with our fourth cup here, this is a gift. Kind of makes sense going into the holiday season, but I would expect a pretty significant gift from a loved one here with that Four of Cups coming in. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Specialization. So with Specialization, this is a card of being able to do the things that you're good at. This is the knowledge, the expertise, the things that you enjoy, the things that you're good at here, Capricorn, and then being able to leverage them. So there's some sort of past experience, knowledge, something of that sort that's going to come into play this month, and you'll be able to capitalize with that. Again, skills that you can repurpose, skills that you can use. Okay, so first up we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card of having to make a decision. So there's some sort of decision that we need to make going into December. Again, we can use past experience, past skills to to guide us forward there. The next card that we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is going through some sort of change, some sort of transition. So we do need to make this decision on how we proceed forward. But mind you, again, we can use past experience, past knowledge to help guide that decision. And at the bottom here, we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of low feelings. It's going to be like heartbreak, divorce, surgery. But this is very much so about pulling the sword from your own heart and doing that kind of healing. Again, I feel like we're making the decision to let go. We're making the decision to move forward. But again, there's some sort of past knowledge, some sort of past experience that's going to guide this, Capricorn. Taking a look at our clarifiers now, we have the Hermit. The Hermit's a card of going within for clarity. This is a card of doing what feels good at the core, that feels good at your heart. But again, we've done this before. We know the answer. We know how to proceed here with the Hermit. So definitely go within, process through to make this decision. The next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gain. So there's a lot to gain. This is very much so progress. This is a lot of good by moving forward here. Again, we're gaining by going through this change, going through this transition. And at the bottom here, we have the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. It's completing a goal, completing a lesson. It's completion. It's moving forward. It could be considered an end. So I feel like there's something we're healing from, or there's something we're putting a stop to and moving forward. But again, it's like you have all the skills, the knowledge, the expertise that you need here. Okay, now at this time, Capricorn, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the 9 of Hearts. This is number 6 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 8 of Diamonds. This is number 44 card. That's going to be a no. And question number 3, we have the 5 of Hearts, number 2 card. This is going to be a yes. So yes, no, yes. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of December. Capricorn, your crystal is labradorite, which is good for realism, mediumship, helps slay through any illusions, and it's really good for knowledge and greatness of the mind. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. We all could use more healing, Capricorn. Your ability to heal comes from knowing that you will heal. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Capricorn, and I hope you have a wonderful end of the year.